Hey everybody, I'm Josh, and this is the weekly update for Redeeming Grace Church. It is October 26th. We got snowed out yesterday for worship. That's the way it happened, and it's a real bummer because we were set up in a new room. We had spent a good amount of time on Saturday setting up in the gallery, which is another space within the Journey Museum, in order to accommodate more people within our worship services. In the theater where we have been meeting, it maxes out at about 60 some people or so. And now with our setup in the gallery, it's a little more work to set up each week, but I think it allows us to have 90 to 100 people, and we can begin to accommodate more folks coming to our church. So we spent all that time setting up. I'm gonna have to go tear a bunch of it down. We didn't even get to use it, but we are excited about the future in that room. Really like the way things look in there and the way that's going to be set up. So I think it's going to serve us really well. And I would invite you to come check us out this next Sunday, November 1st. We will have space for plenty of people and would love for you to check us out, especially if you haven't had a chance to yet. We would love to have you come and join us. And at least the good thing, I guess, about canceling yesterday is that the service is ready to go for next week. So that's a little less preparation because it's already ready. So that's what's going on. Another thing we had yesterday is the weather cleared out enough that we were able to have our family meeting last night, which was great. We shared a meal together for the first time in, 6 months or so. We're able to share a meal together, take the Lord's Supper together. We brought in 2 new members, the Holdens, into our membership, which means in the last 2 meetings we have brought 7 new members into our congregation, which I think puts our membership at 29 or 30, I think. So praise God that our church is growing and that people are coming into membership and making it through that process. And very soon, hopefully in the next week or two, I'm going to schedule the next Discover RGC. So that those of you that are interested in knowing a little bit more about our church and a little bit more about what it means to be a covenant member in the life of our church, I'm going to schedule a meeting for us to walk through that class and for you to kind of see what our doctrine is, what our culture is, how things work, how to become a member, so that'll be coming soon, so watch for that. Another thing that we did last night is we really worked through a number of different items. 2 big ones were the fact that we are looking at a property that's right near the Journey Museum as a ministry center. It's not big enough for us to do our whole worship service there, so we'll continue to rent space at the Journey Museum on Sunday mornings. But during the week, it'll be a place where I can have my office, but it'll also it's big enough space that it allows us to do some cool ministry. So Bible studies, outreach events, maybe youth ministry stuff. Like there's just a number of things that we're going to be able to do there. So I'm investigating that, and just pray along with me that if everything checks out, we're going to go ahead and start renting that space and then begin to dream together what kind of ministry we could do. It'll take a little prep to get the space ready, but I'm really excited about the opportunity to have a during the week presence in the neighborhood and for us to have a space that allows us to do some cool ministry and outreach. So that's a really exciting thing. The other thing that we looked at was just our 2021 budget, and praise God, we're going to be able to increase our budget by about 10 to 12% over our 2020 budget. So thank you for giving, and especially as we do this ministry center, that's going to require financial investment, and so we're really grateful that we can move forward in really cool ways in ministry. So thank you for giving and supporting us, and we need you to continue because we've got some big projects in the coming year. And so if you feel drawn to what we're doing and want to support us financially, you can go to rgcrc.org/give and check things out. You can also download our app. You can go to redeeminggrace.info, and that'll give you a link to either the Android or the iPhone app. And we would love for you to be able to kind of keep up with us via our app, and you can give on the app as well. So a couple things coming up. One is that Trunk or Treat, which is an event that South Canyon Baptist does every year. It's basically a bunch of cars that are all decorated, and families can come and bring their kids and get candy and be all dressed up and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be this Wednesday, which would be 28, the 28th. At 333 West Chicago Street. My family's going to be there. My wife has made a Pac-Man costume for me, so I will be looking amazing for sure. and our family's going to do a car, and we would love for you to come and participate if you are looking for something to do. It's from 6 to 7:15 this Wednesday night. Come get some candy, dress up warm, and come enjoy that fellowship event with our sending church, our mother church, South Canyon Baptist, this Wednesday. So would encourage you to come check that out. We'll be there. One more thing. We are going to do a community breakfast at the Minaloosahan Senior Center, which is just a block or so. It's on the same block, actually, as the Journey Museum. We're going to do a breakfast there on November 8th, which is a Sunday morning at 8 a.m. And we're going to serve the community. We're going to build some relationships. We're just going to get to know some people in the area. So it's meant to be an outreach, fellowship, service kind of opportunity. And if you want to be a part of that, or even just come and eat breakfast with us, we would love to invite you to come to that. That's on the corner. I don't know the address, but it's on the corner of New York Street and 5th Street or Haynes Street, and right near the Journey. You turn right by it as you go to the Journey. So at 8 a.m. Until most of the morning, there will be a community breakfast there, and we would love to have you join us and help us just meet some of our neighbors and some of those who are members at the Senior Center. So that'll be a great thing. And our plan is to, at this point, we're kind of investigating the possibility of doing that once a month. Is this breakfast, this community breakfast that allows us to just meet people and talk about Jesus and do some cool ministry and in that way. So that's what's going on. That's what's happening this week. There are small groups that meet in homes. There's a book study that I lead on Monday mornings. There is the furniture delivery ministry. There is setup for worship on Saturday afternoons. There is teardown on Sunday right after service. And so if you're looking for some way to take a step in connecting, whether that's via a Bible study, or in serving in some way, we've got lots of opportunities, and God is giving us a lot of ministry in front of us, which is very exciting, and we would love for you to be a part of it. So let me know if there's some way that you want to take a step in getting connected. There's so many cool things going on. Our church is I really love where our church is right now. The friendship, the camaraderie, the service, the outreach, the ministry. God is doing some really amazing things among us. And I'll just tell you that the closer you get to the center, the more inside the life of the church that you get, the sweeter it is. So it just gets better and better. The more involved, the more committed, the deeper you are in the life of our church, the better and more fulfilling and more exciting things are getting. So I would just encourage you to take a step towards being more deeply invested and involved at Redeeming Grace Church. So God bless you. I'm praying for you. I love you, and I hope you have an excellent week.